Hello students, today we are going to continue the chapter natural numbers and whole numbers, and in the last session we had talked about the properties of the whole numbers, and two out of them we have learnt about the two properties out of them we have learnt, and those were closure property of whole numbers and commutative property of whole numbers. So today we will start with the associative property, third property of the whole numbers, associative property. Okay, what does it say? So we'll learn through the example. Let me take the example. Suppose that we are going to add any three whole numbers, then how do we add? Suppose that if we have to add 3, 5 and 8. Okay, if we have to add these three whole numbers, then how do we add? At first we add any two numbers. At first we add any two numbers, and then the third number we add to the sum of those two numbers. So let me take these two numbers. Okay, at first we'll add these two numbers, then we'll get 8, and then we'll add this third number to the sum, so we'll get 16. So actually here we can do one thing, that we can take any two numbers. Okay, here we can change the grouping of the numbers in the addition. Here I had made the group of 3 and 5. We can make the group of 5 and 8 also. Let's see, the same number I am going to write 3, 5 and 8. Okay, at first we had taken the which numbers in the group 3 and 5. Now I will take 5 and 8. Just I have changed the grouping of the numbers. Now let me solve. 3 plus 5 and 8, 13. Here we will get 3 plus 13 is equal to 16. So here we have seen that in the first case also we had got 16, and now also we have got 16. Even after changing the grouping of the numbers, we have changed the grouping of the numbers, even then there is no effect on the result. It means we can change the grouping of the numbers in the addition of whole numbers. We can change the group of the numbers. Okay, so this property of whole numbers is known as associative property. Which property? Associative property. It means associative property says that we can change the grouping of the numbers, grouping of the whole numbers in their addition. Okay, so here also you can see that for any set of three whole numbers, if the sum of any two whole numbers is added to the third one, okay, the sum of two numbers will be added to the third whole number, then whatever be the order, whatever the order will be there, okay, the result will remain same in each and every case. The result will remain same, result will not change. Okay, so here we can say that in another word, that for any three whole numbers x, y, z, in place of x I had taken 3, in place of y I had taken 5, in place of z I had taken 8. Any three whole numbers, 9, 15, 17, like this, any three whole numbers if you will take, then you will observe that x plus y plus z whole. Okay, at first if you will change the make the grouping of the last two numbers and again first two numbers, then result will remain same, it will be equal. So this is the associative property. We can change the grouping of the numbers. For example already I have explained. Okay, example already we have taken. So we have understood about the associative property very well. Now we will move to the fourth property of the whole numbers, and this is the existence of identity, or we can say that additive identity. What does it say? One thing you can observe, that if you will add any whole number to 0, any whole number to 0, or 0 to any whole number, it means if I'll add any whole number to 0, suppose that I am going to add 8 to 0, what will you get? 8 only. Okay, here I have added 8 to 0, or I will add 0 to 8. In each case we will get the number itself. Okay, number itself. It means we can say that x plus 0 is equal to x, or 0 plus x is equal to x. It means 0 I will add to any number, or any number I will add to 0. The number will be as the result, the sum. Okay, it means we can say that x plus 0 is equal to 0 plus x. Actually, this is the known as the additive identity. Means 0 is known as the additive identity. Why? Because if we are going to add the number 0 to any number, then the identity remains same of that number. The number will not change, the number will not lose its identity. If I will add 0 to 8, then the result will be 8. It will not lose its identity of 8 will remain same. That's why we can say that 0 is the additive identity. Either we will add any number to 0 or 0 will be added to any number, the result will be the number itself. Okay, so 0 is known as the additive identity or identity element for the addition. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Now additive inverse. What is the meaning of additive inverse? Let's learn through the example. Suppose that if I am going to take two numbers, one number I will take 6, another number I will take -6. Okay, if I'll add these two numbers, okay, then 6 plus -6, then what will the result? We'll get 6 and plus minus, it will be minus, then 6. It means 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. So we have seen that the result of two numbers means the sum of two numbers is 0. So whenever the sum of any two numbers will be 0, then both the numbers will be known as the additive inverse of each other. It means here we can say that 6 is the additive inverse of -6 and -6 is the additive inverse of 6. Both are the additive inverse of each other. So in the words we can say that if the sum of two numbers is 0, then those two numbers are called the additive inverse of each other. Okay, so here I have taken the example. So additive inverse, suppose that if I will take 5 and -5, then the result will be 0. 5 minus 5 you will get 0. So 5 and -5 are the additive inverse of each other. Okay, this is the additive inverse of this and this is the additive inverse of this. Okay, so whenever you will have to find the additive inverse, suppose that I will tell you that find the additive inverse of 7, then no need to do anything. It is very simple, just change the sign. If it is positive, then additive inverse of positive number will be negative. Okay, if I'll say that find the additive inverse of -8, then additive inverse of -8 will be 8. Okay, so it is very easy to find out the additive inverse, just change the sign. Okay, so in this session, this much only we have learnt about the properties of the whole numbers for the addition. In the next session we will talk about the properties of the whole numbers for the subtraction. So till the time, this much only. So bye and have a nice day.